What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to Thursday night's Late Night Agenda. As you know, I'm your host Craig, and you're all very, very welcome. How are you doing tonight? I feel like I'm hungover. It's absolutely nuts. Didn't have a drink last night, of course, because I'm not a drinker. Woke up this morning. I feel like I'm absolutely dying. I'm exhausted, mentally drained. It's mad what these L Champions League nights can do to a fan, isn't it? Anyway, that's not important. How are we all feeling? Let's go and see how everyone is in the chat. Who have we got in tonight? Oh my god, the chat's full already. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's too many people. Ted, Carl, Fraser, in the local, Legion for Sam, Brian O'Reilly, Proper Skills, John Hamilton, Lou Carroll, Roberta, how are we? Mossy as well, Liverpool Football Club, Joshua Hoy, Luke Dolan, Aaron Drinks, Scotty, Danny Winters, October, Joanne. Oh my goodness, I apologise if I missed anybody. Guys, how are you? How the hell are we doing tonight? What's happened to October? I don't know. Where are we going? Good evening, Craig. I'm in pain, but I'm dying here. Oh, sorry. I think I know why, October, but I'll leave that to you. I don't want to give out your personal details. Joanne Fisher, I just need a rest after 2 weeks of constant workouts. That's that done. Right, how is everyone? I'm just looking through quickly. Craig's still in makeup. Mate, I'm dying today, Papa. I'm not going to lie. Connor is at home, Danny. He's at home doing some college work. He left here this afternoon. Connor stayed in my house, obviously, last night because he had a few sherbets to celebrate the Reds winning. The Reds into the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Can I say it again? The Reds into the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Ladies and gents, how are you? You're still streaming the Champions League draw. I honestly don't think I will be, Scotty. No. Hand on heart, I don't think I'll be streaming the draw tomorrow. I'm too tired. I need to get some rest. I slept about 3 hours last night. I'm absolutely wrecked. Hi Craig, did you see who we got in the practice draw? No, I didn't know, but not that it really matters either. Joe Smith said you missed me. How are you? And Boya as well. And how are you, my friend? Farrell said love the look of that 10k sub count. I'm not gonna lie, it looks fucking sexy. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. City tell Liverpool to lose fake games. I don't know what that means. Good evening, Craig. Great one yesterday. Said Jersey was 64. It was a fantastic win. And do you know what? There's been a few little bits and pieces in the media that I haven't liked the sound of. Stevie Nicol. We all know Stevie Nicol. Former Red, of course. Legendary Red. Works in America now. I think he works for NBC or what's it called? SNBC or whatever the fuck the station is in America. And he said that Liverpool played well yesterday, he said Liverpool won yesterday, but they didn't play well at all. Not at all. Didn't deserve to win. Didn't play too well. Just wasn't really very complimentary of Liverpool's performance yesterday, and I thought that was a little bit below the belt, to be fair. I didn't think there was any need for that at all for Stevie Nicol. He said basically Bayern Munich were shy, and that Liverpool gave the ball away so much, and were kind of fortunate to get through. In fairness, he did go on to say that it doesn't really matter. You go through. Why did you sweat in merchandise? I don't know what the fuck that means, mate. No idea what that means. Why did I sweat in merchandise? I sweat all the time, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. We got Ajax, United got City or Bars. It doesn't really matter. Pretend draw. Tomorrow's the main draw, the big draw, the one that counts. And on that one, ladies and gents, tomorrow, as you know, Champions League draw taking place at 11 p.m. I think it's in Neon in Switzerland. These are usually held. So the teams Liverpool can be drawn against tomorrow. Obviously, there's no country protection in the quarterfinals. It's an open draw. You can be drawn against anybody. So there's Manchester United, Manchester City, Spurs, Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax, and Porto. And what I want to know to start off tonight's show, ladies and gents, is who do you want tomorrow? ESPN. Thank you guys on that one for Stevie Nicol. Who do you guys want to know? Who do you guys want to draw tomorrow? Excuse me. I've said all week I just don't want an English team. Don't want an English team. Not because I fear them. I just, it's not sexy, is it? European football. It's supposed to be sexy. You're supposed to be playing European clubs. Juventus, Ajax, Porto, Barcelona. Any of those would be fine for me. What else have we got? Michael Owen saying Liverpool the hardest draw. Apparently, they are. Liverpool. Nobody's going to want to draw Liverpool. People asking how much the merchandise is. It honestly, because it's gone through Redbubble, and you can see the link is in the description, each country is a little bit differently depending on the cost of manufacturing and stuff and postage in each country, and we don't control that. That's completely controlled by Redbubble. As a rough guide, t-shirt around €20, mug, I actually couldn't tell you. I don't know. Hand on heart, I don't know how much they are. Taste Cave in the house, how are we? Mr. Osama's Taste Cave. What else we got? And we've got some more giveaways, guys, we're going to be working on as well. So don't be worried. If you didn't win the prizes yesterday, don't be disheartened. We love to give away stuff on here. And we're going to try to give away more as the season goes on. Porto is who Walking Gamer wants. Ajax, Stevie Richards. Pres Mane wants Juventus. Hey, Paul, who do you want Liverpool to draw tomorrow? Anybody except an English club, John, mate. Anyone, bar an English club. I just don't like playing English clubs in Europe. Loads of Portos. Loads and loads of Portos. Well done on 10k. Thank you very much. Really, really. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It was. We had a really nice chat, me and Connor, off air last night about it. It means the world to us that we hit it. So thank you so much to everybody that supported us since day one. Thank you, R2 Dan 2. Porto. Loads of Porto. Wow. Loads and loads of Porto. How much is it in the UK? Mate, honestly, depends what you want. There's different versions of the t-shirts. There's a male, a female, a kids, a tri-blend cotton. I can't give you one price because different things. I don't want to give you the wrong information. The link to all the merchandise, by the way, and we only put this merchandise up today because people have been asking us all week. So as you can see, we've got some fucking t-shirts, we've got some fucking merch, some fucking mugs and stuff, and the link is in the description. If you want to have a look, take a look. If you don't. There's nothing from us, guys. We're just putting it up there tonight because we've always had it, but we never pushed it. We never let people know about it. And people asked us during the week, so we said, you know what, let's stick up the image tonight and let people know. I think we'll draw United, said John. Oh man, that would be. I just don't want that at all, John. If we had to draw an English club, I'd rather have Spurs personally. John reckons the draw is fixed. You're not the first person to mention that, John. You really aren't, pal. I want Tottenham, said Mossy. Excuse me, don't want Juventus, said Paul Turner. Right, do you know what? Let's shake the question up a little bit, ladies and gents. What is the toughest draw for Liverpool tomorrow? If you had to pick the most difficult fixture for Liverpool over 2 legs to play, who would it be? For me, I'm looking at City or Barcelona. Juventus would be very, very difficult either, but City or Barcelona I would consider probably the 2 most difficult ties for Liverpool. Nelson wants Spurs. I hope Manchester City get United and Spurs get Barcelona, said Liam. Barcelona, City, the draw got leaked. Ajax, Man City, United or City? Yeah, I think a lot of people think along the same way. Barcelona, Manchester, or Barcelona, City, Juventus, the difficult draws. Oh God, I love being here though, I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that Liverpool are in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. The double's on. It's definitely on. Barca are the toughest. Boya said I'd like to see Juventus versus Liverpool. They're the 2 best teams in my opinion. Barcelona, Ajax for MJ. The mental factor with City is a huge added pressure, said Sebastian Percy. That's a fair comment, and I would say that Manchester United would be the same, Sebastian. Losing to Manchester United in Europe would be a sickener for either sides. If they lost to us, we lost to them, it would be an absolute sickener. United because the fear of losing, said Ross Breen, which again I just touched on, buddy. Manchester United or Manchester City, Damien Snowden reckons would be the most difficult. Juve for Ted, and look, we couldn't discount Juve. What a turnaround that was from them during the week. 2-0 down against Atleti, win 3-0 thanks to Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick. It was a great night, to be fair, in Turin. United getting Spurs, City getting Barcelona, said nice day. Jack's Page said, my ideal Champions League draw to get Spurs in the quarterfinals, Ajax and Porto together, and us draw whoever wins that game in the semis. I'd take that, Jack, if it was on offer, mate. And don't forget, ladies and gents, the draw right through to the final is being taking place tomorrow. So you have the quarterfinal draw, the semi-final draw, and the draw for the final. Yes, I did say the draw for the final, and I'm not making a mistake here. They need to draw who the home team is in the final, for dressing rooms, for all that type of stuff, for UEFA procedure. So there will be a draw, quarterfinal draw, semi-final draw, and of course the draw for the final. Roberto, how are we, pal? Are you looking forward to the draw tomorrow, mate? Bet you're glad to be in there. I know I certainly am from Liverpool perspective. I want Manchester United, said Paul Ward, will be up for that one. Who do you reckon will win the Champions League? Do you know what? Liverpool, City, Barcelona, Juventus. I think one of those 4. But look, anybody can win it. That's the beauty of this. Anybody left in this competition can win it, outside of maybe Porto. If I'm being honest, it would be a miracle for Porto to win it, even though they're in the quarterfinals. Had no luck, ended up paying €500 for a ticket in Kiev, said Martin O'Sullivan. That's steep, mate, isn't it? I would have a cap as merch, just thinking for the channel. Nobody wants them, Scotty. Trust me, nobody buys caps, baseball caps. We've had merch on other things for a while. Connor has designs his own stuff and that, and the things that sell are t-shirts, mugs, and hoodies. That's really much it. And again, we don't push merch. We're not about making money and stuff. People asked us, and that's the reason it's up there. People hadn't mentioned it, we wouldn't have bothered putting it up. Would love Ajax, said Demolady Moses. Is anybody else feeling a little bit tired today after last night? Or is it just me? Am I getting old, ladies and gents? I know I am, but maybe if you could lie to me for a minute and just tell me, nah, Craig, you're sound, mate. Shadow Games as well, how are you, mate? Thank you for joining us. Liverpool will get Juventus, City will face Porto because City always get lucky, said Carl. I'll be watching the draw bright and early at 6 a.m. And here's me, October, moaning, saying, no, I'm not getting up for the draw. It's 11 o'clock, fuck off. And October's getting up at 6 a.m. like a champion for the draw. I'm confident we can take on any of the quarterfinal teams with Bernadette Farrell. You could ask Craig who's going to win Strictly. He'll say Liverpool. That's why we love him. Exactly. Definitely Liverpool are winning Strictly. You tell me that anybody's got better moves than Roberto Firmino or Sam Taze Cape. We drop Roberto Firmino with the Strictly Come Dancing and he's coming home with the award. Without a shadow of a doubt. Because look at him. Look at those Latin movements. Oh, with those white teeth as well. I'm feeling tired, Craig. And you're fucking young. Oh, mate. I'm in bits, Scotty. I'm not going to lie. My voice is still wrecked from last night. It was lovely to share the evening with Brian and Connor. Brian was an absolute gentleman, I have to say. It was a pleasure to meet him, pleasure having him here. Do you know how much of a fucking trooper Brian is? Brian bought my wife a bunch of flowers. First time he came to our home. And what a gentleman. Shows up with a bunch of flowers for my wife. I'm married, 12 years now? I don't think I've ever bought Sabrina a bunch of flowers. Oh, I'm looking like such a bastard. Brian Morrissey's coming on, the good man in this one. But look, he's an absolute legend. Thank you so much, Brian and Connor, for coming in and sharing that evening last night with me. It was great fun. Manchester United fan here, loved the streams. Thank you, it's Froxt. It's Froxt, I hope I said that correctly. But thank you, mate, for the kind words. I'm sure you're looking forward to the draw tomorrow as well. Manchester United, of course, involved in that one. You're on holiday. Nice one, buddy. Enjoy. Doesn't matter what team you get. If they're just saying, just tell them, get your old lad out. Get your old lad out. There you go. Get your old lad out. Whoever we want, just get them at home. Or do we want an away or a home first? Ideally, mate, I'd take the second leg at home. If it was on offer, what's occurring, I'd take the second leg at home. Rod's in the house as well. Rod, how are you? Shadow Games said congrats on 10k. Thank you. Craig, Sabrina needs a medal, not flowers. More than one, Stephen Richards, mate. More than one. For putting up with this idiot, definitely more than one. The English teams are dominating Europe to the phenomenal empire. Exactly. So apart from having Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City and Spurs through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, the two representatives in the what do we call it, the Coronation Street Cup, the Emmerdale Cup, whatever Thursdays are, Arsenal and Chelsea, of course, have gone through on that one as well. So the 6 European representatives that took into European competition this season have all made it through. You have to say, as somebody rightly pointed out there, the English clubs are doing phenomenally well in Europe this season. Is the Dybala hot and cold, Craig? I don't know. Roberto was the man to ask on this. RB Comps. Dybala, mate, what's the story? Because we all love Dybala here. I'm sure you do as a Juve fan. But Allegri doesn't seem to be playing him as much as you'd have hoped for this season. Nathan said, as a City fan, I really want to avoid Barca. I think we'd be okay. It's a difficult one, isn't it, Nathan? Like Barcelona, you can see frailties in them. But, you know, you've got Messi, Suarez, Coutinho, Dembele, Rakitic. There is quality there as well. So I think it would definitely be one of the more difficult draws. I think we'll get Spurs, said Luke Dolan. If City and United both get drawn at home in the next Champions League round, United have to swap and play away first. Yes, that is correct. Even if, so as Gonads has said, if Manchester United and Manchester City both get drawn at home in the next round of the Champions League, even if they're on alternative nights, so if one got drawn on the Tuesday, one on the Wednesday, they still have to switch. And Manchester United would have to flip around their draw and play the away leg first. And that is because of a rule. Well, no, it's not because of rules. Because of the authorities have said that they couldn't safely police it, or the city couldn't cope with the influx of people for the two teams. And on top of that, because Manchester City won the league, they would take preference with UEFA. So Manchester United then would have to reverse their fixtures. So that is only if both teams are drawn at home in the same week. I see Manchester City getting Barcelona, said Gary. Burnley are the only English team knocked out of Europe. Yes, Carl, I forgot about Burnley, mate. Wow, good show. I forgot about Burnley. Who knocked them out again? They didn't even get to the qualifiers. Was it Aberdeen? Or did they get past Aberdeen and they got knocked out by somebody else, or did they get knocked out by Aberdeen? I think they got past Aberdeen, didn't they? Dybala is finally getting outshadowed by Cristiano Ronaldo. That's why he's off form and his head is down, said it's Alex. And Roberto said Dybala is being ruined by Allegri. He's sticking Bias like a true man used to, box to box midfielder, but one heck of a player. I'm not going to lie, Roberto, I would absolutely love him at Liverpool. Love him. Oh, Farrell got himself 2 tall mugs coming his way. Nice, nice. I have a tall mug as well, actually. Not one of these ones. I've got an older. When we used to be TOTT Sport, I bought a couple of mugs, and Sabrina has a travel mug as well. I have to say though, all bias aside, I really like the look of that fucking mug in red. I have to say, that is something I'm going to buy myself. And we don't get them for free. We have to buy them as well because we use a distributor, so we basically drop ship things through Redbubble. So yeah, but I do like that red mug. I'm going to treat myself to one of them as well. Craig, City want us or United so they can fill the empty hats, said Stephen Richards. What else we got? They heat the balls up to fix the draw. Sonia, you are not the first person to mention that, my friend. A couple of people have said something similar. Can you? I don't know. Can you fix the draw here? How do we fix this draw? If we're UEFA and you're trying to fix that draw, what do you do? What do you do? Well, obviously, what do you do? Why? Who has an interest in fixing a draw? I don't know. Fabinho suspended, 5 yellow cards for Bernadette Farrell. Don't forget, fucking Andy Robertson picked up a yellow card late yesterday, which will rule him out of the first leg of the quarter final. God, I love saying that. I love saying we're back in the quarter final again. 2 seasons in a row, guys. Last year, Liverpool all the way to Kiev to the final of the Champions League. This season, still in there. Quarter finals, 5 games away from winning it, 4 away from another European final. Oh, as much as we said we want the league, and look, I think it's, to be fair, most of us are fully focused on the league. I wouldn't say no to an old number 6, would you? To an old big ears popping its way back to Anfield. John, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. Craig, how do I get the merchandise? Right, so Stephen, do you see underneath our show? You'll see like links. So you'll see. Please be aware we use bad language on the streams. We don't show any copyrighted content. In the stream notes underneath the stream, you'll see a link in there, buddy. You can click on that link and that'll bring you through to the Redbubble page. And if you've any trouble, mate, just contact me afterwards and I'll help you out as much as I can. What's the ticket fiasco? Yes, on that one, thank you for bringing that up. So, we're in the Champions League, obviously. We're talking about the draw for the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the final. Well, look, there has been a little bit of a fiasco around tickets once again. So, UEFA have announced that the 2 Champions League finalists will receive 17,000 tickets each, which is just over one half of the 63,500 capacity of the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid, which is, of course, Atletico's ground. Now, another 4,000 tickets will be made available to the general public, while the remaining 25,500 tickets are allocated to the local organising committee, UEFA, national associations, commercial partners and broadcasters. Now, look, I don't know about you, call me old school, call me naive, call me an idiot, but when you're in a Champions League final and only 34,000 of the 63,500 tickets are going to actual fans, that doesn't sit well with me. That does not sit well with me at all. Now look, the 4,000 tickets made available to the general public, love it. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's going to football fans, happy enough. But 25,500 tickets to UEFA, national associations, commercial partners and broadcasters. 25,500 tickets to yuppies, to commercial sponsors. It's supposed to be a fucking fans game. And look, as I said, I'm not naive enough to not know that these people need to be looked after, but when you're talking about 63,500 and only 34, just over what, 53, 54% maybe, something like that, of the tickets are going to the 2 clubs that reach the final. Look, as I said, call me naive, call me a fool, but that does not sit well with me, and it's not sitting well with many other fans and many other clubs as well. Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because I've read a few articles on it. I know people are unhappy about it. I wanted to see how our own fans feel about it, Liverpool fans. We know last year, and I've seen a couple of people in the chat already mention that they had to pay 500 quid for a ticket to Kiev, or they couldn't get tickets to Kiev. You remember last year, of course, the travel companies that let down so many Liverpool fans that had booked flights and stuff, and they were stranded at the last minute, their packages cancelled. That's the type of shit that drives us all mad. Wow, Kyle, mate. Thank you so much, mate, for the super chat. Thank you. Hi, Craig and Connor. Hope you're both well. It was great to talk to you. This is for a new mouse. So Thank you, Kyle. I'm laughing, buddy, because I'm still thinking back to Joanne as well with the mouse mat. And I haven't forgotten Joanne. Don't worry, I will be getting that mouse mat. But Kyle, mate, thank you so much for that really, really, really generous super chat. My goodness, mate, thank you. This has been, outside of family stuff, the last 24 hours have been some of the most emotional, reflective, happy, crazy hours of my adult life. I'm telling you, you don't know what last night meant to me and Connor. Getting to the 10,000 subs in our first year. I'm still choked up about it, to be honest. It's fucking brilliant. But Kyle, mate, thank you. It was a pleasure chatting to you earlier as well, buddy. Hopefully it's the first time of many, because don't forget, guys, this is your channel. Anfield Agenda is a fan channel. It's a community. We want to know your thoughts. We want to know what you want us to do moving forward. Carl said 25,000 tickets to the plastic fans. I'll buy merch. I'll buy the cup. There you go. Shout out. Oh, sorry. You actually meant the cup. I thought you meant the Champions League, mate. That's what's like. Oh, good man. You buy the Champions League, but you actually meant the cup. Sorry. Again, nobody please ever send or spend anything that they do not have. The last thing on earth we want to do is for anybody to go through financial hardship because of us. Don't do it. If you've got a few quid, if you had a win in the GGs, or you got a few extra quid in your pay packet, you want to treat yourself to a mug, that's brilliant. We'd love you to have it. But again, don't ever put yourselves out. This is a community and we look out for each other on here, and we want to look out for everybody else as well. And we'll start giving away bits of merch at some point as well. Don't worry about that. Hey Craig, hope Redmen get tickets for the game if we make it. I hope Redmen TV get tickets for the game if we make it to the final. Yeah, I'd say they will. I'd say I don't know if Paul and if Chris will have a hookup for tickets, but you know, like you, mate, I hope they get tickets as well. Absolutely. If LFC make it to the final, will you attend the match, John? Hand on heart, I was looking at flights earlier on. Ryanair have a sale on at the minute. And because I'm sure going from England to Madrid would be... Actually, this might be a tip for people, actually. Fair enough, this could be a tip. If you are thinking of going to it, have a look through Dublin. If you're looking to book early, if you want to roll the dice, have a look at going through Dublin with Ryanair. If you could go out on the Friday, I was seeing prices earlier on for 25 quid one way, and I did look at the return. The return, if you come back on the Monday, maybe, I don't know, maybe say 100 quid. But the tickets at the minute for June 1st is when the final is on. Flying through Dublin anyway, into Madrid, they look quite reasonable when I looked earlier on. If LFC make the final, holy shit, nice one, Kyle, mate. I know, I'm absolutely blown away with that. Kyle, thank you, mate. That's so very, very generous. Don't believe a word he's saying. I'm a broken man after watching this channel from the start. You know we love you, Raptor. You know you're one of us, pal. Raptor is... we got to get you on for a catch-up, buddy. I'm sure everybody'd love to hear those dulcet tones of yours again. Carl Callum reckons Liverpool 10, Fulham 0 at the weekend. I want to give a shout out to Dave's LFC chats as well. I'm sure you heard us mention yesterday that Dave... they've got a copyright strike for doing a watch along of the game. The same as we do. The same as many, many, many other football channels do. Not breaking any rules. Doing it exactly as I do it. Exactly as other people do it. And unfortunately, they've got a copyright strike, which means he cannot live stream until it's resolved. He can put up pre-recorded content, but you know, when you're a football fan channel, live stream is your heart and soul. So I hope Dave gets it sorted out. I know Connor was chatting with him earlier on, trying to help him a little bit, and I think Sean was maybe chatting to him as well to try and help him out. But I'm just, as I said, shout out to Dave. I hope he gets it sorted out. It was emotional, genuinely, said Brian. It was lovely last night. It was great fun. 4-0 to Liverpool on Sunday, 2 for Mane, 1 for Salah, 1 for Lallana. I can't believe you've got 2 weeks with no football then. Well, no real football. I bet you we get Man United in Champions League because it's fixed. The Manchester City will win. Get Porto, said Joshua. Dave messaged me on Twitter earlier saying thanks for all the support, said October. Look, we all look out for each other. That's one thing that I've loved about YouTube so far since I've been on here. The support from people involved in YouTube, other content providers. It's lovely. It's like a real family on here, and I'm proud to be a small part of it. What time is the draw tomorrow? Evan, it starts at 11 a.m. But if you're getting up for it, or if you're planning your day around it, 11:45, mate, you'd be sound, because they draw this shit out. They really do. Drop me a WhatsApp. I need to reload the chat app or download the chat app. Drop me a WhatsApp shout. I need to re-download the chat app. Absolutely, mate. Drop me a WhatsApp. I'll sort it out, Raptor. We will get in contact, buddy. I'd love to catch up with you. Love to have you back on. Who got the strike for copyright? Dave's LFC chats, mate. A friend of ours. A really, really nice guy. Another Irishman. Really nice fella. And look, I'll tell you guys how this happens, right? So there's companies that work for the broadcaster. So basically, they don't want you showing content. Like, they don't want you showing the match, which is correct. I mean, they pay a lot of money for the content, so they don't want you showing the matches. They don't want you showing goal clips. They don't want you using audio. And they have algorithms that sweep through YouTube and stuff to pick up people who are showing the games. So often what happens is, when we're doing a watch-along, it will say Liverpool versus Bayern Munich live watch-along. Or it'll say Champions League watch-along, Liverpool versus Bayern Munich. Something along those lines. And sometimes these algorithms pick up just the wording. And that's it. They automatically lodge a copyright strike with YouTube, saying that you're copyright or you're taking copyrighted content. And then what happens is, YouTube don't want to deal with you. The onus becomes on you to get in contact with this company that's put a false claim in against you for copyright, and you have to go and ask them to remove that copyright claim. It's a pain in the arse. I'm not going to lie, it's a massive pain in the arse. You're at the mercy of these companies that have falsely accused you on many, many occasions, and you have to be at their behest and send them an email and ring them and try and get them to drop this strike. And it's very, very difficult, particularly if you're a small non-monetized channel. It's almost impossible, actually. But yeah, anyway, just so you guys know how that works, in case you ever hear of anybody else talking about it before. Milner left back, Rob okay to step in the centre midfield role, said it's Alex. What's your draw predictions? God, I really don't know. Right, I'm going to go balls out here. Liverpool are going to get Barcelona. That's how I feel tomorrow. Liverpool are going to get Barcelona, and I tell you what, I'd love it. I know there's easier draws, but I would absolutely love it. Craig, Louise and I have ordered tall mugs for ourselves. I notice everyone's getting the tall mugs, and you're right to, because they're a nicer mug. It's a good shout, Dave, as well. Was there any audio? No Pragmaverts. Much like us, mate, all he does is watch the game in silence and give his own commentary. Exactly the same as I do. Obviously, I'm better. No, I'm only joking. Dave's brilliant, but it's exact same as we do. No audio, nothing. Just him talking about the match and describing what was going on. How's the weather in Ireland? It's windy, mate. It's windy, very windy. Dave got shy for copyright. He's a fucking good guy, is Dave. Is he dealing with it? Then I hope he is, Raptor. It happens to big accounts. Mark got one a couple of weeks ago as well for Champions League. As you know, we got one ahead of the Manchester United game, and it's very, very stressful. Will you stream the draw tomorrow? No. Oh, I love your new icon, by the way, Jersey boy. I like the way you've changed that one up. Nice one. No, pal, I won't be doing the draw tomorrow. I'm going to watch it in bed because I'm absolutely wrecked. Man City versus Juventus will be a good game, said Corey. You're reading my mind, Corey. I had that conversation with Connor last night, buddy. I think that will be a very, very interesting game indeed. Right, what else have we got? Don't forget, guys, if Liverpool win on Sunday, because Manchester City are in FA Cup action this weekend, Liverpool will go back to the top of the Premier League, albeit we will have played a game more than Manchester City. So a win for the Reds puts us into the international break on top of the table with the points on the board, which means Manchester City have more games to catch up on and more pressure on them. What's his YouTube channel? It's Dave's LFC Chats, I believe it's called. Can you not show replays? Nope. You can't show any copyrighted material whatsoever. Now, there is something that's called a fair use policy, but the fair use policy is very broad and it doesn't give you any specifics on what you can use. So you can use certain clips if you change bits and pieces, but we've always been so scared of it that we've just stayed away from it. We just show no content whatsoever. Dave's LFC Chats, that is the name of the gentleman's account. I watch a boxing channel who does the same as us, but they blocked him. Yeah, it's sometimes it's just mad, mate. There's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes why people are getting blocked. Sometimes, yes, people get blocked for the right reasons, but yeah, I mean, my heart goes out to anyone who it happens to. because you know how much hard work you put in, and for it to just disappear like that overnight can be heartbreaking. Swansea will take City to extra time, reckons Pragmaverts. Arsenal got through, by the way, tonight, didn't they? Congratulations to them, as we said earlier on. Chelsea absolutely thumped over 2 legs. They what, 8-0, something like that. They beat them. So yeah, congratulations to both of them. There was a game going into extra time, wasn't it? The Benfica game. Was that one the one that went into extra time tonight? Anybody got an update on that one? City versus United, Liverpool versus Juve, Ajax versus Porto for its Alex. I'd rather get drawn against Barca so we can thrash Coutinho. Did anybody see the conversation with Coutinho? He was interviewed and I wouldn't say he ruled out a move away from Barcelona. Let's put it that way. It was a little bit open-ended. Yeah, be interesting to keep an eye on that space. What else we got? Do you think Big Hawk will stay? No, I think Origi's gone in the summer, buddy. Think we get Porto or Ajax and City will get Barca, said Ella. Going to see... I got to go Craig, see you tomorrow. No problem, mate. Talk to you soon. Thank you for dropping in. Sorry I'm late. What have I missed at Heme? We're just talking mainly about the Champions League draw, my friend. And also the fact that both Champions League finalists this season, both clubs will receive 17,000 tickets. The capacity of the stadium 63,500, but 25,500 tickets are going to UEFA, national associations, commercial partners, broadcasters, the fat cats of the game basically, and the fans again get screwed over. It's it doesn't sit well with me anyway. The draw starts tomorrow at 11 p.m. Larkin, or 11 a.m. excuse me, 11 a.m. But I wouldn't, tune in at 11 a.m. expecting it to actually be starting. They usually draw that shit out for a while. Hit the subs button, folks, and buy some merch while you're there, said Stephen Richards. Thank you very much. But if you are watching, guys, and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do hit that button. I'm so used to saying we're on the road to 10k, but I'm absolutely proud to say that we've hit 10k, but we still want to keep pushing on. So if you are watching and you're new, please do hit that button, and remember that everything we do on here is free. We really should be ruthless bastards and hammer Fulham 5 or 6-0, completely take the piss, keep the levels and confidence at its highest, said Brian. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It would be lovely to go into the international break, Brian, on a real high like that. Getting through Champions League quarterfinals, we'll know what the draw is as well tomorrow, and then going and doing a job, as you said, on Sunday. And just to remind everybody, the game against Fulham kicks off at 2:15 on Sunday. I'm sure it's on Sky Sports. I don't want to give out false information, but I'm fairly certain it's on Sky Sports. Stephen Richards said, I fear nobody in the next round, Craig. Absolutely nobody. And why should you, mate? Why should we as a club? Nobody's going to want to draw Liverpool. We're, seasoned European veterans. I love saying that. We really are, though. Suarez and Coutinho to make their Anfield return, said Dylan. And I wouldn't be able to watch the draw because I'm going to be at school. That's alright, mate. Have a sneaky little look on your phone. Somebody will keep you up to date, but you just, have a Sky Sports app or something open under the table and just don't get caught. That's the main thing. Who will have the biggest cock when Divock leaves? I'll leave that one open to you guys to have a guess at. I've no idea. Dirty Girl, how are you, my friend? You've got me thinking about that. Why would I be thinking about that? Why would I be wondering who was the biggest knob now at Liverpool? That's just all kinds of wrong. Benfica winning 3-0. Wow. Thank you for that one, Carl. So Benfica look like they're going through then. Michael Duffy said Liverpool deserve a good draw. City versus United will be perfect. It will be very interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, that will be interesting. Fulham should be used for increasing the goal difference at Pragmaverts. Home and away, no issues who we get. Haven't lost over 2 legs since forever, said Cape Town Muslim. What's the Champions League tickets, Craig? Just went through it, Aaron. I'm not sure if you heard or not, mate. I'll recap it at the end. I've just done it like 2 minutes ago and I don't want to piss people off by going back over, but I will go over it, Aaron, if you've missed it. If you didn't hear what I said a minute ago, because I don't know how far behind I am in the chat, buddy, lash it back in and I'll get back round and I will repeat it if needs be. It is on Sky Sports. Thank you, Ella, and thank you everybody else for letting me know about that one. Barca would be tough, said Chris. It would, but it would be lovely, Chris, wouldn't it? I mean, it would probably be one of the tougher draws. Barca, City, Juventus, all very, very tough draws. But that'd be lovely. It would be lovely to have Barcelona coming to Anfield again. Play Barca over 2 legs. What else we got? Liverpool might win 7-0. Mane's up for it, said Pragmaverts. Can anybody answer me this? I think maybe somebody answered this last night, but I've forgotten it. Who's our top goal scorer this season? And I don't mean in the Premier League. I know there's Salah in the Premier League, but who's our top goal scorer overall? Because Sadio on 16 in the Premier League. I'm not sure how many he's on in Europe this season. Can anybody help me out on that one? I don't know offhand. Love how the Firmino chance is becoming a fan favourite now, said Stealthful. What else have we got? Draw suits people that work, not, said Carl. You can always have a sneaky look though, mate. Unless you're driving, of course. If you work in an office or you work somewhere, you can always have a little sneaky look on your phone at the draw. Craig Gomez play at left back instead of Robbo in the Champions League. It's a good shout, Scotty. Somebody mentioned that last night as well. Of course, James Milner was another option to drop in there at left back, but yeah, Robbo be sound, no problem with that at all. Is Salah playing for Egypt? No, I think Carl he's been let off for this one, I believe, but I could be wrong. I just remember reading an article during the week that said it looks like Mohamed Salah is going to be spared international duty with Egypt during this international break. Maybe somebody has a definite on that one though. Okay, a few different answers here. So Mo, Mane. I gather it's Mane then. I think there was a couple of Mo's, but I think most of them were Mane. So no, Jack said Salah with 20, Mane with 19, Sadio with 20, so Cape Town must have. No, I'm just confused. Mo 20 to 21 goals, said Michael Duffy. Oh, what a header last night from Virgil van Dijk. I see a bit of love for Virgil van Dijk in the chat. What a header that was. I mean, and a celebration. I mean, people were talking about him wanting to go. People were talking about Real Madrid. We had Stan Collymore talking about maybe Manchester City should come in and buy him. You could see what it meant to Virgil van Dijk last night when he scored for Liverpool. It meant the world to him. Nice message actually from John W. Henry as well, saying that 75% of the world is covered by water and the other 25% is covered by Virgil van Dijk, which I know he rehashed it from somewhere else, but I still love hearing it. It is nice to have the owner involved or feeling involved or seeming to be involved and posting about it. It's lovely to see. Sean W. said Mane's on fire since Christmas. Hey Craig and Connor, congrats on 10k. Thank you, Elijah John. Thank you very much. Mane 19, Salah 20, Mo 20, Mane 19. Thank you very much. So Mo's still one ahead. He still has his nose ahead. VVD header goal was a great goal, said Liverpool Football Club. It was a beauty. It really was. And then Sadio at the end to get a little header for himself as well. Very well taken. Both Sadio's goals yesterday were stunning. The first one, I'm not going to lie, I've watched it at least 25 times. From everything about that goal, he points to Virgil van Dijk where he wants the ball, and of course Virgil puts it on a sixpence for him. His first touch then, immediately I thought, oh shit, that's a bit of an iffy touch, but when you see what he actually did, he takes the first touch to just nudge it away from the keeper. Then he drops his right shoulder, leaves the Neuer for dead, and then has the presence and calmness to just lift the ball with his left foot into the goal. It was mwah. It was absolutely wonderful. I mean, Sadio Mane at his finest there with that goal. And that's, he had a back heel a few weeks ago as well, that he back heeled into the ground to lift it up over the keeper. God, I love Sadio when he's in form like this. He's fantastic. But I hope this Bayern game will give us the boost for the running for the rest of the season, said Dylan. Craig, did you get my email on your Gmail address? I did, Scotty, but all you said is, hi Craig, it's Scotty. So I didn't really know what to reply, mate. But yes, I did get it. Who's a bigger future at Liverpool, Wilson or Woodburn? I would say, honestly, Joshua, mate, I would say neither of them. I don't think either of them will be Liverpool players. I think Wilson will make us more money. I think Wilson will turn out to be the better player, and I would love to be wrong on Harry Wilson. I would so love to be wrong, because I'd love a young Welsh lad, he's Welsh international, a young left footer at Liverpool like that. I just don't see him making it, mate. But it'll be an interesting season next year. It's looking like he's going to go out on loan to a Premier League club. Excuse me. To get things straight, Salah has 70 in the Premier League, 3 in the Champions League. Mane 60 in the Premier League and 3 in the Champions League. Very, very close then. Very, very close between those two. The rest of the world should be afraid of who's coming to us, not who we're going to lose. Fact, said Raptor. Idiot in Irish is Omadon, for those who are wondering. Yes, Omadon. I do say that quite a lot, actually, and I keep forgetting that I'm saying it, and nobody understands what I'm saying. VVD bargain of the century, said David Bean. Connor showed me a screenshot today of a Sky Sports poll after we signed Virgil van Dijk saying, was £75 million good value for Virgil van Dijk? And 70 something, I want to say 71%, but 70 something percent of that vote said no, he wasn't good value for money. Fuck you. Look at that vote now and tell me he wasn't good value for money. I guarantee if you do that vote again, vote. Guarantee if you do that vote again, it'll be a lot different. Craig, the merch is fire. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I do like that fucking t-shirt. I really do. I have one, so of course I like it. Apparently Steve Nichols said the performance was atrocious. I touched on that one earlier on, Elijah John. I mean, absolutely no need from to stick the boot in there whatsoever, was there? None. Liverpool fans, look, we're aware it wasn't a vintage Liverpool performance full of free-flowing football and attacking threat, but we were clinical. We nullified Bayern Munich over 2 games. The only goal they scored was an own goal. And for Steve Nichols to come out and say that we weren't great or we were atrocious, as you rightly said, it's just unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. Craig, you've made a big difference to my life with the stream. Mate, you, as I keep saying, Stephen, you guys have made a massive difference to myself and Connor's lives as well, so thank you. Claire said, I'm going Manchester City versus Manchester United for the next round and Liverpool versus Porto. I can feel it. Benfica 3, Dynamo 0 at the moment. Thank you for that update, Corey. Do appreciate it. I won £130 on VVD scoring, so double happy. Oh, I love hearing people taking money off the bookies, Carl. Well done, my friend. This is the best channel on YouTube, said John. Better than the Red Men. Can't wait until you hit 20k. Thank you, John. Even like people keep saying little things like that, but even to be in that conversation, even to be mentioned with Anfield Rap, Red Men TV, those type of channels, we don't deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as those guys, but we'll take it. And it means the world to us. Thank you. Bobby Duncan and Ryan Brewster, future potentially great first team players. They're Bernadette Farrell. Very excited about both of those, Bernadette. Ryan Brewster we're going to get to see a lot more of over the next year. Bobby Duncan still very, very young. I mean, so is Ryan Brewster, but Bobby Duncan playing for the under-18s and the under-23s at the minute. Firmino's passing was a little bit sloppy, said Prez Mane. I thought he dropped deep well, though. I thought he came to pick up the ball and look for the ball very well. And last night was one of the nights, actually, where I think our long-range passing was quite decent. I'm often quite critical of those long-range balls, but last night I think we were finding space, and I thought Salah did quite well yesterday, actually. I think we'll have 2 open top bus parades when the double is on, said Will Robinson. What was the one about Stevie Nicol there? Somebody else said about Stevie Nicol. What does Stevie Nicol expect? I don't know, Brian. It's mad, isn't it? I mean, we won 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. A very difficult place to go. Just ask Arsenal. And I don't mean that to take the piss. I mean, seriously, it's not easy to go there. We went there after people complained about the 0-0 draw home. And by complained, I don't mean the people in our chat. I mean, some people said, we're fucked after that. And we went and we beat them 3-1 in their own backyard. Just to lay down a marker and let people know that we can do it. We can go away from home in Europe and win. Nicholas half Yankees playing up to the cameras with ESPN, said Michael Duffy. Matip was good. I saw our fans giving him stick. Oh, mate. I thought Joe Matip, goal aside, and I'll argue with people over that as well, because I don't think he was very at fault over that one. Could have maybe... Anyway, we'll push it aside, because it doesn't matter at this moment in time. I thought his performance was very good as well. I thought, alongside Virgil van Dijk, they were very, very good. They sniffed out anything that came into the box pretty much. He was a couple of really, really good interceptions as well. I thought he was very good. 20k by Christmas, said Stephen Richards. We weren't great last night, but we were efficient, professional, did what was necessary, and we won, said the Raptor. Performance was good, said Liverpool Football Club. Mane for his goal on Pornhub, yeah. It should be, Dylan, and it shouldn't even be on the regular Pornhub, mate. You should have to go premium to see that stuff. That's how good it was. Jack Spade said 17,000 seats is approximately one single tier of the main stand. It's ridiculous. What do you think the draw will be? Liverpool, Barcelona. I love a Manchester derby. Oh, I would love that to come out. I think Spurs will get Ajax. I think Porto will get Juventus. And who does that leave then? That's it. That's everybody. So I'm guessing Liverpool, Barcelona, Manchester derby, Ajax, Spurs, and Porto Juve. That's a complete guess, of course, because we're all just guessing. Agree with Craig. No future for Wilson at Liverpool, and even less for Woodburn. Also happy to be proved wrong. Where's Liam Granby's comments? Let me just go back up. Liam Granby said, "Alright, Craig, Mancini, the Champions League draw being leaked. It's doing the rounds today. We got Ajax, Barca versus Manchester City, and Tottenham versus." I don't think that's really going to happen, though. I don't know. I mean, I'd be happy to have Ajax. That'd be a nice draw. Good night, Stephen, mate. Good night to you and Louise. Love this channel and Redmen TV, both world-class channels, said Ella. Thank you very much for that. Nickel doesn't even know what he's talking about, said John Frusciante. Him along with former pros working for ESPN here in the US. I'd rather see your commentary than TV, said Aaron Dirks. Thank you, mate. How much fun would it be, though, if TV commentators could use language? I mean, even if there was an option behind a red button or something, so you could, keep it away from kids if need be. It'd just be so much more fun. Matic pleasantly surprised was solid, said Cape Town Muslim. Salah has to score versus Fulham, said Prez Mane. I don't want to say there was any pressure on him, but I'd like him to score more than I think he needs to. I'd like him to, for him. Just go into that international break a little bit more relaxed and get ready for the season's run-in. Blake, I'm very well, buddy. How are you? And thank you for asking. Subi, Craig, Liverpool versus Ajax, Man City versus Barcelona, United versus Spurs, and Juve versus Porto. Do you know what? Somebody's going to get the draw right, and we'll have this conversation tomorrow. And people will be like, "Do you remember yesterday I said this is going to happen?" I love it, though. The fact we're in the draw makes it just extra special. I love it. I love the European Cup. What else we got? Last night it looked like there were 3 Bobbies in the Allianz Arena. He was all over the pitch. Great performance. Did anybody see last night? Frank Ribery had number 7 shaved into the side of his head. He looked like a gobshite, by the way. But anyway, he had number 7 shaved into the side of his head. I seen somebody send around a brilliant image today of the number 3-1 shaved into the side of his head to take reflection of the score, and that looked a lot better on him than the 7. Matip worries me, sorry, but where with VVD I've got no nerve, said Carl. Yep, but we'll have Joe Gomez back after the international break. Dejan Lovren is actually coming back to fitness now as well. He was on the bench yesterday. What else have we got? Liverpool versus Ajax, United versus Spurs, Juventus versus Porto, City versus Barcelona, said Graham Holmes. You should be a professional commentator. Your class. Thank you very much. I really am it. I enjoy it, though. I do enjoy doing the commentary. I'm not going to lie. It's one of my favourite parts of the watch-alongs. Although, as I'm sure regular people that watch will know, I get sidetracked far too easily. Whether it be with a troll or a decision from the referee, I'll end up going off on a 5-minute moan about something and forgetting about the commentary. Would love Juve versus Liverpool, said Roberto. It would be, do you know what, mate? That would be, for me, hand on heart, Roberto, and I don't know how you feel about this, buddy. That's a 50-50 game for me. That is a very tough game to call. Can't wait for 11 a.m, said Michael Duffy. I thought our fans were very vociferous last night, said Elijah John. I hope Barca knock out Manchester City. I hope whoever gets them does, said Scotty. And thank you, Mayan, as well. Thank you so much for the congratulations on 10k. I keep looking at it. I know that's petty. I know it's shallow. But I keep looking at it and it makes me smile every time I look at it. Rank our top 10 players from best to least. No, mate, I'm dying here. I'm hungover almost. And I haven't even drank and I feel hungover. I can't go through 10 players, mate. I haven't got the mental energy to do it now. Sorry. Who will play left back in the next Champions League game? As somebody said earlier on, possibly Joe Gomez. Although you could also have James Milner there. I would say Joe Gomez is probably where the smart one he is. Lovren and Gomez are weeks away from return now, said Michael Duffy. What price is VVD valued at now? I wouldn't even want to guess. I wouldn't want to guess. A lot. Few people saying the draw is being leaked on Insta. It's obviously fake. It's fake. It couldn't be leaked because it couldn't have happened, because it's going to happen and be streamed live tomorrow. What else we got? It could be true. Barca at home versus Manchester City. How could it be true, though? Honestly, how could it be true? And I'm asking this. I'm not saying this in a like fuck you way. I'm genuinely asking, how could it happen? How could it be true? Because I love conspiracy theories, so I'd love to hear what people have to say. How's your day been, Blake? It's been good, mate. Really tired today, but it's been good. Craig would be close for sure, but the experience and Ronaldo factor would just edge it for me. Well, look, mate. You say experience. We're quite an experienced team ourselves when it comes to Europe, buddy. But it is a very, very tough game. Very tough game to call if that was the case. I mean, as I said, 50-50 one for me. Gomez speed is priceless, said Michael Duffy. How about top one? For me, I've said it all along, Jack. Bobby Firmino. I'm a big Bobby Firmino fan. I know he hasn't been our best performing player, but he is my favourite player. So I would say Firmino's my favourite. Best right now, Van Dijk. Has to be Van Dijk, doesn't it? Murder on Zidane's floor said breaking. City are potentially going to get a transfer ban for 2 windows. It's unconfirmed, but it's been reported. Not good enough. If they've been found that they've broken the rules, and depends which one this. I mean, it depends what they're being done for here. If you're talking about the signing of Jadon Sancho and the payment to his agent, yes, if that's all they found him guilty of, maybe a transfer ban works. But if it's anything else, if they've breached FFP, then they have to be removed from European competition. They have to be. That's what they've done to other teams. That's what they tried to do to AC Milan before AC Milan appealed it to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. But look, as you said, mate, it's unconfirmed, so let's just wait and see. What else we got? Manchester City's got a transfer ban according to Twitter, said Skipper Dog. That's... How does everybody feel about that? If that's true, how does everybody feel about it? Because for me, it's bullshit, because they've already got an amazing squad. So what? The transfer ban isn't going to do jack shit to them. And they'll appeal it, and they'll get another transfer window before the transfer ban comes in. So they'll just stack up again. But as you said, it's just unconfirmed at this moment in time, so we're all just guessing. It sounds to me like there's too many people who don't wait to open their Christmas presents without sneaking a peek. Come on, folks, the draw is too fucking morrow, said Raptor. Right, guys, I'm going to do about 15 more minutes tonight, if that's okay. So any more little bits and pieces, please do put them in the chat. Final shout out to anyone who mightn't have subscribed. Please do hit that button, and of course, if you could drop a like on the stream, that would be amazing as well. I really want Salah to score. I feel like I'm kicking the ball from when he has the ball, said Carl. I've been there. I think every time we have a header, mate, I make that motion where I move my head towards the ball. I don't know, I've always done it watching football. We're nearly over the Matip Van Dijk pairing without too much damage. Thanks, Matip, fair play, mates, and Michael Duffy. Good shout, Michael. I mean, he's been very solid since he's come in. And he stayed fit, which for me is massively important. What else we got? Roberto said Mane is one heck of a player. He's very good. Yeah, he is very, very good. How good has this LFC ride been the last 2 years, said Cape Town Muslim? It's been fun, hasn't it? And people, this is what makes me laugh, buddy. You're rightly saying there, how fun has it been over the last 2 seasons watching Liverpool? And then you've other people coming in and going, well, if Klopp doesn't win the league this year, he has to be sacked. And you're looking at it going, fuck off. Like, seriously, in the quarterfinals of the Champions League again, easily qualifying next season for the Champions League, right in there in the title race. And as we said, like, in the latter stage of the Champions League. And there's opposition fans, or even a very, very, very small minority of so-called Liverpool fans saying, no, Klopp has to get sacked. No, I'm happy to keep this ride going, as Cape Town Muslim has said, and enjoying it. They always do a run-through rehearsal the day before, absolutely, which they do. They always do a pre-draw or a rehearsed draw. I said Gomez to play left-back in the first leg. Robbo misses it, but saying that Milner's also a shout, said Liam Granby. English team in the final, hopefully it'll be Liverpool. Yeah, it is. It's great to see all 4 clubs there. It really is. Do you remember a few seasons back we were worrying and looking at whether England would lose the Champions League place possibly because English teams weren't performing as well in Europe, and now all of a sudden English teams are just flying in Europe, which is, it's great for the league. Let's hit 100 likes, said John. That would be amazing. If we could do that before the stream ends, that would be absolutely brilliant. Congrats on 10k. Thank you, Danny. Thank you very much, mate. Kev said, nice merch, Craig. Thank you very much. I love that fuckum. I do love it. It's the nicest way I could possibly put fuckum onto something without saying fuckum. Because, you know, you don't want to write those words too much, even though it does say up the mother or up the fucking reds underneath. Yeah. Matip's done a good job since he came into the side, said Paul Turner. What else have we got? The only thing I don't like with Matip recently is him marauding forward into midfield and beyond. It's great if he doesn't lose the ball, John, but if he does get dispossessed, then it can become a bit of a problem. That would be a joke if it happened, mate. They should lash the bucket. City, the FA should take points from them as well. This channel isn't politically correct. I suggest the country will be replaced with a vulva order. A vulva order? Explain? Do explain your vulva order, Rod. I'm all ears, mate. Always open for improvements. You doing a watch along for the Ireland games? No, I wouldn't. I won't be, Andrew. No, not at all, mate. But we can go on a real run, starting at Craven Cottage at Gary Richards. Can you imagine the prices clubs will charge City, knowing how rich they are with a transfer ban coming up? That's a really good shout. Brian. Didn't see Conte over from Chelsea. I'd like to see Conte over from Chelsea. Over where? Sorry, Aaron, I'm a little bit confused, buddy, at the comment. I'd like to see Conte over from Chelsea. You mean Kante, N'Golo Kante? You'd like to take him? Because if that's the case, I'd love him. He's one hell of a footballer. Warm ball or heavy ball was suggested before how to fix the draws. Yeah, that's, I suppose, look, anything is possible. But why would they fix it? It doesn't make sense as to why they'd want to fix the draw. I mean, Real Madrid aren't in it, so, you know, for me, that sends all that out the window. Klopp is building something here. Only people who want him are idiots and trolls, said Kev Wright. Mate, I agree with you 100%. Hope everyone stays fit right through to the end, said Cape Town Muslim. Thank you very much to everyone that said congratulations on the 10k. Thank you. Goodbye, Graham. Have a good stream. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck, mate. Good luck, Andreas, in Besta. Is Fabinho suspended for Fulham, I believe so. Somebody said to me there he had 5 yellows and he's suspended. I can't confirm that 100%, but I'm sure that the amazing people in our chat here will be able to do that. Not going to lie, I haven't done much research today. I've been so tired. But I did want to come on and say hi to everybody. Oh, we understand what a vulva is, Joanne. I just don't understand how we need to implement this into the stream somehow instead of the control. And for anyone who doesn't know what the control is, and if I say this too many times, I'm going to see the stream will be demonetized. The CUNT rule is my rule. I don't go on a show or a station or anything if I cannot say that word, because I can't guarantee that word won't slip out of my mouth. Only manager acceptable after Klopp will be Stevie G. It's part of a gearbox. Oh no, I understand what a vulva is like. I do get what a vulva is. I'm just trying to figure out how we implement that into the stream. We'll see tomorrow, said Prez. It's how they say Volvo in Cork. The fillet of Munster, Cork is. Get our goal difference sorted out, said Jay Kismet. Score a couple of goals against Fulham. Fabinho isn't suspended. It's 10 yellows after December, said Gonads. Thank you very much, which is good news. It's 10 yellows, said Michael Duffy. Thank you very much. I didn't think he was, but somebody mentioned it earlier on, so I said I'd ask. Craig Weston reckons Juventus, United, Liverpool, Spurs, Porto, Man City and Barca Ajax. Porto City would be just so fucking like City to get that draw, wouldn't it? John said the reason they want to fix the draw is because they want the best matches for TV broadcasters around the world, plus most likely want to know who they want in the final. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, I'd love to know who they do want in the final. I'd love to know who the darlings of UEFA are at this point and who they love in the final. You drive one and ride the other, said Tom. The difference between Volvo and the other. What have we got? Thank you, GTM boss. Always a pleasure, mate. Where's my 20,000 subscribers that I was promised if I hit 10k by Friday? Somebody promised us that. Do you remember? Somebody said, if you hit 10k by Friday, I'll give you 20k. How do I expect this 20k? How's it going to arrive? It would be the same to see Matt, or be ashamed to see Matt benched after the season he's had, said Brian. Need goals with them too, plus the top three should be non-stop traffic, said Jay Kismet. Right, what else have we got? Ramos the Volvo, says Rod. Yeah, I agree with that one. Do you like my profile pic, Craig? I can't make out what it is, Carl. I can just see like black and white from here, buddy. Like silhouettes. I can't actually make out what it is. Liam said, I agree with what Cara said to VVD last night, mate. He said we've all been waiting for that standout performance in 2019. That makes a statement, and that was it against Bayern. From here we can kick on. Love it. Much prefer to hear the likes of that from Jamie Carragher than Stevie Nicol pissing and moaning about Liverpool, which there's just no need for whatsoever. Everybody use code TT videos in the item shop. That's a very long username, mate. I'm very good, thank you. How are you? Ramos is a Fia Punto. He's a Clint, is what he is. I hope somebody gets that reference, by the way. Hope somebody understands why I said he's a Clint. What else have we got? I'm very well, thank you, Blake. Very well. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I'm very well. Yeah, please tell me somebody got my Clint reference. See the mask Aubameyang put on after scoring for Arsenal. Yeah, what was that? What was it? Was it a Transformer mask? Or am I getting old here? What was that mask that Aubameyang threw on after he scored? And he got a yellow card for it as well, actually. But yeah, I have no idea what the hell it is. Oh, it was Transformers. Look at me, down with the cool kids. My son would be so proud of that one because he's a massive Transformer head. Black Panther. Actually, I think Lucas has one of those cars. Interesting. Craig Weston said Alisson 7.3, Trent 7.6, VVD 9, Matip 8.4, Robbo 6.8, Wijnaldum 7.5, Fabinho 7.5, Milner 8.4, Salah 7.6. These are very fucking precise, Craig. Firmino 7.6 and Mane 9. A Black Panther mask, thank you. From his native country. Okay, that's interesting. Nice. Aubameyang. Aubameyang is from... What is Aubameyang's? Where's Aubameyang from? What nationality is Aubameyang again? Where is he? Somebody let me know. I can't remember where Aubameyang is from. Messi is valued by VVD. Gabon. There you go. Gabon. Thank you. There you go. Amazing. You guys are so knowledgeable. Honest to God. If I'm ever on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'm gonna need each and every one of your phone numbers. Gabon, there you go. Norway, said Lars. No, but Ollie's at the wheel, Lars. I mean, if you're talking Norway, Ollie's at the wheel. Good night, Blake, mate. Is he from Gabon? There you go. Gabon. I tried to take in all aspects of the game and performances of individual players. Yeah, no, I'm not having a go, Craig. It's deadly. That's exactly how I like to do player ratings as well, mate. Because there's too many just go 6, 7, 6, 8. Yeah, I like the little intricacies that you've gone with there. Germany with Klopp, said Scotty. Heard he's Welsh, said Liam Granby. He is, yeah. He's probably going to declare for England, though. What's this? I thought we'd ripped up his deal. Would love to see him against us. Who's this? 5 yellow cards is before January, said Carl. Thank you very much. Good to know that he's available then. Really good to know. Gabon as well for Evan. Thank you, pal. This is why you guys should be in my seat and I should be in there, because you guys have much more knowledge than me on this stuff. Barca versus Juventus plus Manchester City versus United would be perfect. We could end up with Porto, said Jay Kismet. Good night, Blake, mate. He's French. Good man, Gary. It was great to see Fabinho on for Henderson. Strong bench. Yeah, that is a good point, actually, Michael. That is a very good point. Nobody wants to see Jordan Henderson or any Liverpool player pick up an injury. But when Hendo did go down with his ankle, looking to the bench and knowing that you have somebody of the calibre of Fabinho to come on there and step in and put in that level of performance, Yeah, it's a very good point, Michael. And we look back to the bench we had for the Champions League final last season, and I know we had a lot of injuries, but it was very weak. Let's be fair, it was very weak. What do you think of Declan Rice getting Young Irish Footballer of the Year? It's the most Irish thing ever, Sean. That's what I think. It is the most Irish thing ever to do, is to give him the award. Rod, buddy, catch up with you real soon. Talk of Coutinho to Manchester United. We've spoken about this a few times. I want to say no, but I can't rule it out. You can't rule anything out, especially when you hear Coutinho openly admitting that it hasn't been great for him at the minute. I hope not. I really hope not. Craig, sit in and think who the Reds get and think of a win.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I think my phone thought I was talking to it, which I clearly wasn't. There it goes. Off back to sleep. The joys of doing stuff live. Why are we looking for a replacement left back? Have I missed something? Robbo is suspended for the first leg of the next game, Joshua. He picked up a late yellow card last night, buddy, which rules him out of the first leg of the quarter final. My profile pick is you at the European Cup. Nice, Carl. Nice. Well done on 10k, mate. Well deserved for all the hard work. Thank you. Thank you for that, Liam. Did you hear Mick McCarthy said no one should be given the award? I agree. It seems ridiculous, Ella, to give him the award when he's after declaring himself for England. And look, he's perfectly within his rights to declare for England. It's within the rules, so there you go. Is Ajax more of a threat than Spurs? No. I would say Spurs would be a more difficult tie over two legs, personally, than Ajax. Yeah, that was my phone. It was SIRI, thinking I was talking to it or her. Lallana with 10 minutes game time in 6 months during Champions League final. It was tough on Lallana, but no choice, said Michael Duffy. It's your wife tell you come on sleep. She's already sparko in with kids' room, mate. She puts Lucas to bed and falls asleep every night. Coutinho was sending messages to Bobby on Instagram 2 days ago where they come get me. Would you take him back? Really quick, would you take Coutinho back? I wouldn't, because I'm a spiteful little shit, but would you guys take him back? Raman said, United fan here, but I really like your channel. Cheers. No, mate, cheers to you and thank you for coming in. Raman and saying, one, that you like the channel and introducing yourself and saying hello. Always lovely to meet new people. Craig, got my clan application from today. Wu-Tang. Oh, Brian, mate, whoever was on the watch along with us last night, Brian said something like, I want to be part of the clan, or I want to join the clan, and I'm sitting here going, oh fuck. But he followed it up with Wu-Tang, and I was like, whoo, whoo. Oh, that was it. I saw the channel gone up in smoke in one sentence, but he saved himself right at the end. Not in a million years, said John. I wouldn't have him back. No, said Ellen. No, said Stephen. Skipperdog said he would. Yes for Josie 16. No for Brian O'Reilly. Pressman said on the bench. Paul said no. No way, he's a little shit, said Paul Turner. Lars said no thanks. Coutinho to Inter Milan. Would, but I don't really want Coutinho, said Craig Weston. Let's have some mukbang. Mukbang. I don't know what it is, but I like the sound of it, gonads. A bit of mukbang. There you go. Evan said I would. It's a fickle sport. Embrace it. Yeah, you're right, Evan. It is. And we're all hypocrites as well at the end of the day when it comes to football. We really are. Whether we like to admit it or not, we're all hypocrites. Andrew Robertson said, yes, I'll take him for free. Blake, goodbye, mate. It would cause problems in the dressing room, said Sean. I don't know if it would or not, but I don't think Klopp would have him back personally. That's just my thoughts on it. Left back depends who we really get. Pacey wingers, Gomez. Otherwise, Milner's an option. No, there's better on the market than Coutinho, said Michael Duffy. He's a great flair player and great versus teams outside of the top 6. We lack goals from midfield. I'd take him back, said Farah 9. When are you going to talk about lineups versus Fulham? Probably do the preview show tomorrow, Scotty. Tomorrow's Friday. Probably do the preview show tomorrow night. So I'll get Connor to do up our guess of an 11, our score prediction. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Tomorrow night's stream, guys, we'll be back at 10 o'clock and we will do a full preview ahead of the Fulham game. So get your thinking caps on. Get your thinking caps on for who you want to start for Liverpool, what you think the score will be. And we'll talk, of course, about the Champions League draw. That'll be here tomorrow night as well, so we'll go through that. It's probably going to be a longer stream tomorrow night because we will have a lot to get through with the Champions League draw as well. So, look, I'm going to call it a night because I'm absolutely exhausted. Last shout out though, if you're watching the stream and you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so. And of course, drop a like on the stream. All our content is free. It's always going to be free, as you know. Watch along to every Liverpool game, nightly streams, transfer videos, and a few other bits and pieces. As you can see as well in the image, we have released some new merch. So the link is in the description if you want to have a look at that. Everything goes via Redbubble, so the prices vary from country to country depending on taxes, shipping costs, and that's all set by Redbubble. So have a look on there. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything you'd like us to suggest or make, and we can put it up there, of course, because this is your channel. We're always open to your feedback. But look, firstly, real quick, I didn't really get much to say last night, but on hitting our 10,000 subscribers, thank you again. Thank you. I cannot say that enough. We talked about this months ago. We were thinking 5k in our first year would be amazing. Somehow we managed to hit that. We kept going. I don't know why or how. It snowballed and it's kept moving along, but thankfully it has. And we've got the privilege of meeting more Liverpool fans from all parts of the world, which is beautiful. We've had the privilege of meeting non-Liverpool fans as well. We've had some fans of opposition clubs. We got to meet Philippe, who was of course the Bayern Munich fan that popped in. It started out as a bit of aggro and banter, and then it became nice when we got to talk back and forth. And it's lovely. All these experiences are lovely, and it really, really does greatly add to my life, Connor's life, and everybody involved in the channel. So look, thank you so much for all your support, your kind words, your love, your understanding at times as well, because you're dealing with an idiot here with me, and you've got a lot of patience, and I appreciate that. But look, we love you. It means a lot to us that you're here supporting us and each other, because we're a group, and the love and support you show each other is tickety fucking boo, is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna leave you there. My eyes are closed, and I'm so tired. Look, I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. We'll go through the Champions League draw. We'll talk about the Fulham game. Look after your families. Tell your loved ones that you love them. We love you. Up the motherfucking Reds.